lovers and listeners. Welcome to our first episode of Sip and Just on a topic series of first dates. And having with me here is a dear friend and a sister, and she is in the person of.
Suleiman Abakas.
You're welcome to our first episode of Sip and Just on a topic series of first date.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. To my viewers out there, based on our topic, which is series of first dates, before we move deeper into it, I just want us to take a tiny look into the difference between dates and that of relationships, because I think most of us mistaking date to be a relationship, and we want to talk or elaborate on the difference between date and that of relationship. And I would like my sister to do that for us. Sister Dakas?
Thank you. So, most people usually mistake dates for relationships.
Okay.
Dates is when someone is interested in you and the person wants to get to know you better. So, the person asking you on a date doesn't necessarily mean the person is in a relationship with you. It is a
Exactly.
casual outing.
It is a casual outing. Okay. So as my dear friend here said, dates are just a casual outing that someone who sees and or thinks he's interested in you and wants to get to know you better wants to do that over drinks or over food. And a relationship, it's where the opposite sex agrees to become a boyfriend and a girlfriend, just not only for sexual gains but for other benefits. Okay, so what do we have to say about things or tips that my ladies out there watching, me, myself, including you, what are some of the things you think we should do on a first date and things you think we shouldn't do on a first date?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I'd like to elaborate on things we shouldn't do as a lady on a first date. As
Okay.
we said earlier, first date is not a relationship, so you are not in any way obligated to the partner who has taken you out to conform to certain things you are not okay with.
Okay.
For example, some men are very bold.
Yeah.
Once they take you out on a date, they want to be touching you in ways you're
At
not
places they
comfortable, yeah,
shouldn't do. Okay.
sexualizing you. So, my sister, don't allow it if you're not okay. Immediately he starts sexualizing the conversation, monetize it.
Oh, really?
And see,
She says if he starts sexualizing your conversation of getting to know each other over dinner or drinks, you have to what? Monetize it. Oh, do we have to take that? I
yeah.
guess we should. Let's go.
Okay. So secondly, I'm mentioning them in no particular order. So
That's
I'm just
okay.
saying random things.
That's fine.
So secondly, don't let the date be on you alone. Don't talk too much. You are
About
there to
yourself.
know each
Each other.
other. So give room to the man to also talk. Especially don't talk about your childhood traumas. Don't talk about your family background, like how marriages don't last and not.
The
Don't talk about
problems you faced.
there. You have to reserve some informations maybe for later. Maybe
Okay,
when you get into a relationship with the person, then you
that's
can
fine.
now discuss them.
Okay, all right. So she says you don't have to talk too much about yourself, as it is a dinner over getting to know oneself. So sometimes we have to know the things we say or the things we do. But before we move on, I would like to ask this. If a guy asks you on a date, are you supposed, like some people say, if a guy asks you on the date, he's supposed to cover your expenses or like your appearance from your hair to your dress to your like whatever. Like is it supposed to be so? Or it's just something if he wants to he will.
I think this individual,
Okay.
because for me, for my dignity's sake. I'm not going to ask a guy who is taking me out on a date. Mind you, the person is maybe sending you to expensive restaurants. The
Okay.
person is going to maybe after the eating, you are going for the movies, maybe for the park. So don't you have to be reasonable about that aspect. You come on, you already dress, you already do your hair, so for your appearances, take care of it and then let him cover the date
And
expenses.
what's of your transportation?
Your transportation, okay, some people are very mindful, like we have intentional men out
Okay.
there, and some too, they are testing you. So to be safe, have your transportation on you. But if the person offers to drive you home, it's okay. If the person doesn't have a car and can fare your transportation, it's okay. But don't ask him. Don't ask him for that. You have to be considerate. Come on,
You
he's
have to be
taking care of
considerate.
the food.
Okay. Even if he's taking care of the food, my sister, get an extra cash. Be it e-cash or physical cash. Because you don't know what will happen. The conversation might not go in favor of him, and he will want you to sort yourself out. And what if you don't have cash on you? What will you do? You'll be stranded, right? So sometimes we need to get cash on ourselves, even when we are going for dates, just in case of any incasity. And that's to my ladies out there. Thanks for watching. Anyways, let's continue.
And also, another thing you shouldn't do, don't argue with him. Maybe you went out with a controversial person or somebody who is self-centered, and the
Okay.
person is saying things you're not in agreement
Meant
with.
with.
Don't go and be like exchanging harsh words with him. Just maybe you can be like, is that so?
Just be a
Seriously, like you are getting to know him. So as the person is making everything about himself, just keep quiet and take note of those things. Don't go and argue. Be a decent and respectful lady.
Don't go and argue on a first date. Oh, I beg you guys. We don't argue on a first date. Pretty ladies don't argue on a first date. Okay. All right. Okay. So these are some of just the tips we think we shouldn't do on a first date.
Let me chip in this.
Okay. All right.
Don't talk about your ex.
Mm.
Don't. You maybe later in the maybe if you guys proceed to being in a relationship, for that one you can, but on your first date. And also watch out to partners who
Bad
talk
mouth about their exes.
on first date. What was that he wouldn't do that to you? So don't talk about your ex on first date. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about him in a relationship later, but on your first date, don't
Don't.
talk about your ex.
Okay, but here's a case that sometimes on a first date they'll be like, "Oh, are you in a relationship?" And you'd be like, no. And they'll be like, oh, when was your last relationship? Sometimes they themselves talks about their exes, but not okay. Maybe you can talk about, oh, I have this. Okay, I think what I want to say is not really true. Because I wanted to say that you can tell him the number of exes you have, but no, it's a no no. Don't tell him the number of exes you have. It's a no.
Don't.
Okay. So we have to know some of the things we have to say and not to say. And
On
our
first date.
dressing.
Oh.
Girls are dressing. We have to know how to dress. We have to know how to appear in a dinner date or on our first dates. Yes, most first dates are mostly over dinner and that of drinks. And our dressing, sometimes a girl can be going out on a first date with a guy and dress shabbily. Like, girl, you need to put yourself in check. Like, look at your dress, your hair, your shoes, or your sandals. Even if it's not expensive, but we have to know how to dress. Okay. So I think we also have to check our dressing.
Yeah, don't expose too much skin
Skin.
to be decent. Be decent.
Because we're going on a date and we want to put all
Boobs
the
and the ass out there.
me way don't even get some kind. If I do, you know go come. So you know go even see them.
Ah,
So
don't do it. Don't do it. That way you are putting out a message there that you are
You're
even telling him
available
that it's sex I'm coming
for
for. So
minutes.
don't do that.
Another thing too I would like to add is we should look at the things we order on first date.
Hmm.
Because most girls, let me say, most girls will be like, oh, don't worry, he's taking care of the bills you get. Sometimes can they will order things they haven't even tasted. They just want to have like they want to taste it because you're the one buying it. And even if they can eat it, they don't care because you're not the one paying for it. Sometimes they will go through the menu and what they will not order the least expensive one too because they're not the ones paying. They'll go and order the most expensive ones. And sometimes they will add takeaway.
And
Can
even
you
bring friends.
imagine? Take away, oh. But Charlie, I reserve my comments because
So
if I
be
want to say,
considerate. Be
yeah, we should be
considerate.
considerate on the things we
This is
order.
a maybe a young guy who is also trying to build life and has taken. You don't even know where he got the money. Maybe he
But there
borrowed
are some men they'll be
MTN
like, oh,
loans.
order, order, order. Don't worry, I'll pay.
Oh
Order, they'll.
yeah,
Yeah, there's.
for his dignity, he won't tell you that. Oh, my money is not plenty, so you
Don't
have
worry.
to
As he's telling you
challenge.
to order, no, he'll pay. No, he will excuse you. Let me pick this call. You go stay there, now you go settle the bill.
Yeah, there are
Anyways.
actually cases like that
Yeah, there are
too.
cases like that, and it's not
Yeah,
just one source. We've heard many cases about a guy
running away
running
because
off
of
and leaving because of
too much
just settling the bills.
expenses.
So sometimes we need to. Okay, so we've spoken about the don'ts of the first dates. What are some of the things you think we can build up or do on our first dates?
Okay, mostly I don't know if you have ever heard this before. They say don't go and wait for the guy. Like let the person wait for you. But for me, I'll say that if you have agreed on maybe 2:30, get there like 2:15 and maybe go and be in the washroom or somewhere. It's not okay for you to let somebody stand be sitting there waiting for you for so long. I'm not saying go and sit there and be waiting for him, or you can even get to the venue first and then just decide to stroll around and when you
The
see him
premises.
in, and if the person go, oh, I'm on my way, oh, and just move around small and come. Don't be
Yeah.
too late on your first date.
Because if we agree on a particular time and
Mm,
venue of meeting, I don't like keeping people waiting, and so you shouldn't keep me waiting.
yeah, it's
Because
not.
sometimes you lose interest when the person keeps you waiting. You'll be like, oh, I've been here for the past 30 minutes, and I are still not here. And then you'll be like, oh, I'm on my way, I'm here. And some few minutes pass by, you are still not here, etc. So
It doesn't
it
speak
doesn't
well of
speak
you.
well. That means you're a liar. Then we don't want
You're not
liars in our
punctual.
lives.
That's one quality he has learned, maybe.
Yes. So, any other?
Yeah, and let's get into the questions we should ask on first date
Okay.
and
All
the
right.
questions we shouldn't.
Okay.
On your first date, you can ask the guy or the man who is taking you
Your
out on a
date. Your
date,
date.
what are you looking for? Are you
In a
looking for a
woman.
relationship? Are
Or
you
looking
looking
for
for
fun.
maybe flings or friends with benefits? Be clear. Let the person draw that line.
Lying.
You need to know what the person is looking out for, because it's not everybody who is. 'Cause most ladies have it in mind that they are dating to marry. So if this person you are going on a date is not having any interest in marriage, and now you have all your ideas of like you'll be fantasizing on it whilst his mind is not
Yes.
even on. So you have to know what the person is looking for.
So, my
So
ladies, on the first dates, the questions we need to ask, we are not having a list of them. We are just talking
no, in
randomly.
no particular
So we
order.
have to ask a particular question that will alert you what the person is in for. Whether he's just here for fun, he's here for a long term something. Like we should know what we are in for before we can what also know what we will do afterwards. Okay, all right. Any other?
Yeah, right. What
But
are okay?
sorry, you those watching, I would like you to give in your comments, your thoughts, and your opinions, because We will really love to hear from you what your thoughts are. And yeah. All right, let's
in the
continue.
comment
Comment
section.
section.
Yeah.
Right.
So moving on, ask him what are his values aside money. Cause nowadays society have made it all about money,
All about money.
and that shouldn't be the case. There are some values you need to possess as a man. As a man,
Okay.
you have to be caring.
My men, my guys, are you listening? All right, let's go.
You have to be caring. Like the little things matters. Maybe we are in a house and then the heater is not working. We've been able to heat only one water. So sorry, that's not a correct grammar, but
That is
you
fine.
understand my scenario. So that water is there. You know I want hot water to bath, and you have to sacrifice it for me. You have to have that quality in you, the quality of sacrificial giving.
Wait. Okay. So assuming the place is damn cold and you both need warm water to take your bath. Okay, so I don't want to buy in the idea that he has to give everything to you. You can share the hot
Yeah,
water.
I'm just talking about, I'm throwing more light
More
on the
light on it.
trivial
Okay.
things,
All
things
right,
that
that's fine.
matters aside money. So
Okay.
ask him what are his values
Values.
and
What he
watch
values
out for
most.
what he will say. And also ask him what are the values or the qualities he's looking for in a woman.
Yes, that one is good.
So if he start describing a housemaid in a woman, you know what to do, my dear.
Take off your heels and run. Off you go.
So
Because you're looking for a housemaid in a one. Like, that no be me.
you know what to do. So there are some important questions you need to ask on your first date. So these are some of them.
But do you know, sometimes we tend to forget to ask the most important questions on our first dates. When, for instance, maybe you guys meet and you say like, oh, you like each other, like physically, you like each other, then you forget to ask those trivial questions, thinking you might find time to ask those later, and then it never comes. You'll be there, but then sometimes you have to watch his behaviors, his moves, what he respects most, what how will I put it, what he cherishes most. Sometimes you get to know if a man is caring or respectful to his woman through the way he treats his sisters or his mother. You get. So sometimes their actions towards their females siblings and that of their parents or their mother speaks well or throws more light on what kind of husband he could be or what kind of boyfriend he could be. Okay, but do you know that there are some ladies that don't like going out? They prefer to know more about the guy through WhatsApp, because mostly they'll be like, they can schedule a day or a time to go for a date, and prior, like maybe some minutes to the date, to be just, if you don't feel like going out, then you just text the person, oh, can we make it another time? This came up. Meanwhile, you are just lying down pressing your phone and rolling on the bed like me, like you just cut off some outings and days, and meanwhile you're not doing anything. No, you are just there. So sometimes I don't know if that one is a red flag in ladies, except maybe the person pressurize you through small pressure, like that kind of thing, then you now agree to go out. But most of the times I just turn down dates and I'll be just press on my phone, rolling on the bed from one end to another, walking, be looking for nothing that is missing. So sometimes
That means nothing motivates you to go out on the date.
yes.
And that is speaking a lot of things. Maybe you don't like the person. If you indeed value the person, you like the person, you find time to go out on a date
Really.
with him. Yes, because it is you have to meet. You have to meet physically. It's not all about chatting and all that.
Mm, that's so good. So what do we have to say again?
Yeah. So aside, you shouldn't make it all about those silly questions we ask about maybe your hobbies, your name, your the color of things. They are okay, they are trivial questions, but they are not all that important on first dates. And also you can ask him what are your competitors. Some men are too jealous that if you're a woman and you're doing well than him,
Yeah.
it is a problem. So you have to watch out for those kind of men. So ask him if he's in any competition. If you ask him about that and he start describing competition, then you will know. You will know if this man, maybe in future, if I'm able to buy a Lambo and he is not, there'll be a problem in the house. So
Okay, so my ladies, watch out for men that wants to compete with their women. Men that don't want to see their women on the top. Men that don't want their women to climb the social ladder. They want them to always be beneath them. They always want to be the head, even though you are the head. But there are some circumstances or there are some display or actions they give that you just know that, oh, this man wouldn't want my success. And they will do everything just to make you stay where you are without moving forward. And I think that we need the spirit of discernment in that thing, because God for us all. And then sometimes so there are some men that can just, I don't know, I don't know whether it's emotionally blackmail, or sometimes some men are really good in that.
oh, as I said earlier, some men are really bold. You know, women we give respect and we
We are
can be timid.
submissive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not that we don't have sense. We do, but men they don't care. They can be trying to control you, so they'll portray what they want over you, and that makes them different from us. We cannot just go out and then start speaking boldly on our first date, but they can. So you need to watch out for those
But there are
things.
some lady that
Yeah,
speak
yes, yeah,
boldly.
yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
It's just a few
Some.
of us that seems shy and kinda, but even though we are not innocent, we are just a bit shy. Yeah. For me, like instance, because the food parts, order what you can eat. Okay, that's things you can do on the first, order what you can eat and within your capacity, just in case your date is not agreeing to foot the bills, just order something in your capacity you think you can pay, and it's something you think you can eat. Because don't go and be like my best friend and I went out with a friend went out with a close friend of ours, a male close friend of ours, a day prior to my birthday. Went and he said, oh, this particular food is nice and their places, was it Kazera or something? Kazera is around Gumani. We went there, he ordered this food, he brought it. My friend and I were like, oh, this one they will eat. Oh, we opened now. We took one bite. I was like, we were looking at each other. Barbara, wherever you are a victim. We couldn't eat this food, Charlie. And he laughed at us, but sometimes.
But
But
don't finish your plate. No matter how hungry you are on your
eh,
first date,
I
don't
shouldn't finish my own
in front
plate.
of that stranger. Don't finish.
Which stranger? I shouldn't
Don't.
finish my own food
No.
of
If you're serious about this person and you're going on a first date with a person, are you going to finish your plate? Some
yes.
people can go as far as taking the last grain
Some
of rice from the
some
plate.
people don't even want you to order soupy food on first date. What if I don't like their noodles and their fried rice and jollof and rice
See,
stuff?
if you are going on a first date, you don't even know what will happen. Make sure maybe you have something in your
I
tummy.
won't
Don't
have.
go on a empty stomach
If I'm
and
going
then
on a date, I
go
will
and
not
be
eat because
disgracing
fine.
yourself over there.
I know me I have a small stomach, so if I eat something small at home, if I get that, I may not be able to eat. And he may think like I'm wasting it.
Like, don't be hungry. Don't be too hungry
I'll be
that
hungry, please. I'll be hungry. It's my date. If we go on a date and I happen to order what I know I can eat, which is fufu and some chicken or maybe TZ or gobe. Jesus.
in as
Gobe
much
is
as you want to be yourself, my sister, just bring some settings. You don't finish.
settings. I should set for who?
Oh no, but don't do that. Don't do that.
I shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Oh, but if there are bones, trust me, I'll go break them. Because the bones, like that's the calcium. Oh. Some people will just take a bite of the
Do
chicken
that calcium
and just
at
leave
home,
and just
please.
leave like you see the meat, like the bone is full of flesh. They will just leave it and they are getting up and they are going. So especially tilapia head. You don't expect me to eat tilapia head. If I order for banku and there's tilapia head or catfish, you expect me not to eat the head. I shouldn't like how will I say? Oh,
This is your first date you're
it's a
talking
first date
about.
that we are getting to know ourselves over food. You also have to know how I eat so that you know whether you can be able to take care of my feeding. You see, you can't just like want me to come and pretend say, okay, I know I don't eat much, but sometimes there are certain food that when I see, I eat like extremely, then sometimes I feel like, oh, I've overeaten. But sometimes, okay, on if it maybe
You can eat, but
you
don't
can.
empty your plate.
I shouldn't.
Don't
I won't
empty it.
empty you.
Uh-huh.
The
That's
only
what I'm.
thing I will leave is the bones. I will chew, I'll crack it, and I'll put it back. I didn't empty it. Okay. And maybe sometimes the vegetables, but I'm not ordering something I don't want to eat. So if it's soupy food, I'm using my natural hands. Thank you very much for joining or listening and watching our first episode on Sip and Chest. Hello, cheers. Okay. If you have watched and if you are watching us, we want to know your opinions in the comment section. We
Okay.
thank you all for joining
And
us.
please like and subscribe to this
And
channel. We
also
have
share.
amazing episodes for you.
My name is Star and I'm your host.
And I'm the cast. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.